What's up with y'all? It's your girl Nick back again with another video for y'all.
I swear my life story's better than stories they telling about me. They got it twisted.
So most of y'all already know that I'm going through a divorce. And with that being said, tons of y'all have hit me in the DMs, not only to show support, but to also ask for advice because they're either going through a breakup from a long-term relationship. I'm talking about 10 years plus like myself, and even short-term relationships where it was a 3 to 5 year mark, but they decided to go their separate ways. People have been just constantly asking me like, what are you doing to remain so happy? How do you go and find love again? How do you find yourself again? And so I just wanted to share a few of the things that I'm doing myself personally to help get myself in a better space. I'm not gonna lie, it's work, it's constant work. What y'all are seeing is me expressing my happy times, but there are times where I'm low and where I'm grieving my past relationship, where I don't feel like doing much. In those moments are the times that I have to allow myself to, one, feel that, right? Like, I'm so used to putting, look, I'm straightening up my chair, y'all. I'm getting for real with y'all. Y'all already know I get deep sometimes. I used to heavily brush my feelings off to the side. So when I felt something or I was feeling sad or down, I would just constantly think of other things and reasons to be happy. This time around, I'm treating it a little different, and I'm actually trying to feel those emotions, right? Like, I'm processing them. When I want to cry, I go ahead and cry. When I don't feel like doing anything that day, I pretty much don't do anything that day. I'm just listening to my body and focusing on how I feel lately. Don't try to psych your mind and just say, just sweep it under the rug, because after a while, you're just gonna end up exploding, you're gonna have anxiety, and it's just not gonna feel good. So it's best to feel what you're going through and embrace it, because that's what we're here on earth to do, is to feel, it, to love, to evolve, and to do it over and over again, Let me tell you guys 5 things that I'm actually doing to help me get through this, and it's gonna be the best advice that I could give you guys. Obviously, going through a divorce can be emotionally challenging, so it's important that you prioritize self-care during this time. One of the things that I'm doing on a regular basis is taking time to self-reflect. I reflect on my own emotions, the reason why I'm going through a divorce in the first place, all of the reasons, and then to reflect on the relationship, right? It was not always good and it wasn't always bad. As I'm reflecting, I'm processing all of the emotions, me feeling guilty, me feeling sad, me feeling like I'm not taking time out for myself. All the good, the bad, the ugly, right? Reflect on that heavily. The second thing I'm doing is reconnecting with all of my interests. There's things that I wanted to do and goals that I wanted to reach that I found very difficult while I was in a relationship, my long-term relationship, that is. And mind you, different relationships bring out different versions of yourself. I'm not saying that that person held me back, because you always want to hold yourself accountable for the things that you didn't do for yourself while you're in a relationship. It's not that my ex didn't allow me to do certain things. It's just that while I was in a relationship, I neglected things about myself that I wanted to do. So now I'm reconnecting with all those interests. And one of the things was learning how to cook. I actually have been cooking a lot for myself lately, mainly because I have to survive, right? I'm living by myself now, and I'm having to do all these things alone now. I didn't realize that I felt so good cooking. Like, whenever I make something for myself and it comes out really good, I'm like proud of myself, and it just gives me a good feeling. I'm able to focus on that and not so much think about all the craziness in the world, all the craziness of my past relationships, and just like focus really on what I'm doing, the task at hand. Another thing is I wanted to get fit and work out on a regular basis, and I find myself working out more now that I'm just like by myself. Although I am in a relationship right now, I have my own schedule, right? Because I'm in a long distance relationship now. We're not always together, which leaves me more time to like want to work out and focus on my fitness, eat better. I've been tracking my calories. I've been just doing things that I've been wanting to do for so long that I was just completely neglecting. Another one of my interests is traveling. Y'all know that I love to take me a little vacay. I've been traveling so much lately, and y'all see on my vlogs that I've just been moving and grooving and just really enjoying life right now. So make sure you're reconnecting with your interests, your hobbies that you like to do, things that make you happy. Because in relationships, we can literally get lost in the other person and constantly like plan our lives around other people. What's up, champ? Yeah, you just want to just reconnect with you, whatever that looks like. Another thing that I've done, something that I've needed to do for a very long time, is prioritize my mental health. A lot of y'all know that as a child, I was molested. I have been through a lot since then, and there are a lot of things that I have not realized that affect me here in 2024 that stem from my past. With that being said, it has affected myself in more than one ways. Affected relationships. It's affected my boundaries. It's affected the way I react to things. Affected just a lot about me. And I've been knowing that I wanted to take therapy, right? Like I've been knowing that therapy was one of those things that I feel like everybody should do. Everybody should have someone to talk to with an unbiased opinion, like not your friends, not any of your family members, just someone who could really help you think it through. I have found that I now understand other people better. I understand myself better. I'm able to give people grace and myself grace in a different way than before. I have just really been able to recognize when I'm having anxiety. I posted a video the other day talking about the tightness in my chest. That was the very first time that I've ever experienced anything like that. So now I am just like being able to recognize when my body is telling me to chill out. I haven't been in therapy for a year, right? So I can't really give you advice on that. I'm not a therapist. But I know for a fact that it's helped me so much in just this little amount of time that it's important to do that. Now, if you can't afford therapy, there are so many different ways to like check in with self. You can go get a book. There's a couple of books I am reading right now. One is called Let That Go, and another one is called the Setting Boundaries Workbook. I'll leave the Amazon links in the description box below. That way y'all could see they weren't that expensive at all. There's tons of other self-help books that you could read. There's people on YouTube that talk about it all the time and how to deal with certain things. So definitely find what is best for you and your budget when it comes to focusing on your mental health. There's meditations you can do, breath work you can do. There's so many different things that you can do to prioritize your mental health. So make sure you're just doing those things. But anyways, I'm gonna leave those books down in the description box below. That way you know and can kind of see what I'm dealing with and going through. And if that helps you, then by all means purchase those books. Those are some books that my therapist recommended for me. Number 4 is build a positive support system around you. Whenever you're going through a breakup or a divorce, the last thing you want to do is have people around you who are constantly reminding you of the last person you were with. Like if any of my friends came to me and were like, yo, did you see so-and-so's story? It was about you, this and that, or whatever. Like I would just tell my friends kindly, don't show me, don't talk to me about anything that involves my ex. You want to make sure you're keeping people in your corner that are focusing on you and mostly you. And it's hard during a breakup, right? Because you have mutual friends. I have friends who came to me when we broke up and they were crying because they are so used to seeing us together, and it like breaks up their vision of love. They're not able to fathom that y'all broke up, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's crazy how breakups can affect everyone that's involved. Friends, family, just everybody is affected in some sort of way. It's okay that your friends feel like that, but it's also okay for you to be like, hey, these are my boundaries. This is what I don't want to see from my ex or hear about it. You can remain friends with both parties without telling me what she's doing, you know, without you telling her what I'm doing. You just kind of have to lay that boundary fresh out the gate. One thing I do want to say, when your friends decide to pick, right, like to choose whose side they're leaning on, or to choose if they want to be friends with both of y'all or not, just know that that's a normal process that your friends are going through. I've lost some friends during this breakup. I've gained some friends during this breakup. I now talk to some of my friends a little more than I've talked to them before we broke up. The support system will rally around you when they need to. And don't be afraid to lean on your friends in that case. Real friends, they already know what's up. They're just gonna give you a judgment-free space. And I feel like you should lean on those people. And last but not least, guys, use this time as an opportunity to redefine your personal goals and your professional goals. Consider everything that you want to do independently, right? Like stuff that you wanted to accomplish, your dreams. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it hits different when you reach a goal by yourself. It just hits different. It's a different level of recognition that you get when you accomplish it, and it's just between you and God. It just feels really, really good when you hit that goal for yourself. And so take this opportunity to do for you. Remember, at the end of the day, breakups and divorce are processes that take time. Make sure you're being patient with yourself. Don't be afraid to get help when you need help. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you need help. Don't be afraid to tell your friends, hey, I don't need any advice, I just need a listener. But it is crucial to focus on rebuilding your life and finding a renewed sense of purpose and happiness. One of the main feelings I felt after this divorce was feeling guilty for choosing myself, right? I think that was one of the hardest decisions that I've made in so long. I am still grieving and going through the process and, doing what it takes to make sure that I'm happy. Luckily, I have a partner who understands that. I feel like it's rare to find a partner who's willing to go through that process with you and allow you to heal while they're trying to get to know you. You know what I mean? So I'm very blessed and lucky to have someone like that. Let me know, guys, down in the comments below if you're going through a breakup, and leave some tips for people who are watching this video. Let them know what you're doing to go through the breakup and how it's helping you and all that, because I feel like you already know at the end of the day, it's we all we got, and we got to be there for one another when no one else is. If you want to see more videos like this or want me to do a part 2 on some dating tips, let me know. Leave it down in the comments below. Before y'all go, make sure y'all smash that like button. It helps out the algorithm. Hit the subscribe button and the bell right next to it so y'all can stay notified when I upload on my channel. And as I always say, we all we got.